When Daniel Harper signed the adoption papers on a rainy Tuesday afternoon, he had no idea his life, and the lives of two fragile little girls, was about to change forever, not with noise or drama, but with quiet courage that would one day shake an entire school. Daniel was a single father not by choice but by fate, a modest night shift security guard who had lost his wife years ago and learned to live with silence as his companion. He never planned to adopt, never imagined himself raising children alone, but everything changed the day he volunteered at a local shelter during Christmas. That was where he saw them, two identical twin girls sitting on a thin mattress, holding hands so tightly their knuckles were white, their clothes worn, their shoes mismatched, their eyes far older than their small bodies. Lily and Lucy had been passed through relatives, then foster homes, then the streets, carrying nothing but each other and a quiet fear of being unwanted. While other adults glanced and walked away, Daniel knelt down and spoke to them like equals. They didn't cry, didn't beg, didn't smile. They simply listened. Something about their calmness broke him. Within months, against advice, finances, and common sense, Daniel adopted them. Life after that was not easy. Their tiny rented apartment echoed with laughter sometimes, but more often with whispered nightmares and the constant worry of bills. Daniel worked double shifts, cooked simple meals, and learned how to braid hair from online videos. The twins, despite their poverty, never complained. They shared one desk, one lamp, one set of pencils. They read borrowed books under flickering lights and solved puzzles Daniel didn't understand, scribbling numbers and patterns on scrap paper. But none of that prepared Daniel for what happened when the girls started school. From the very first day, they stood out, not because of brilliance, but because of their worn uniforms and old shoes. Classmates whispered. Some laughed. A few openly mocked them, calling them shelter kids and rag twins. Even the teacher, Mrs. Coleman, well-meaning but tired, assumed the twins would struggle. She seated them at the back, gave them easier worksheets, and spoke slowly to them, mistaking silence for confusion. Lily and Lucy never argued. They just listened, observed, and waited. During recess, while others played, they sat together counting patterns in the playground tiles, memorizing license plates, predicting how long it would take clouds to cross the sky. The teasing grew worse when test scores were returned. Children snickered, expecting the twins to fail. But when Mrs. Coleman began reading the results, her voice slowed. Lily, perfect score. Lucy, perfect score. Murmurs spread. The class laughed nervously, assuming it was a mistake. Mrs. Coleman frowned, checked again, and moved on, but something had shifted. The real shock came weeks later during a surprise math challenge meant to identify students for a district competition. The problems were far beyond grade level, designed to stump most of the class. Confident students raised their hands with wrong answers. The room buzzed with confusion until Lucy quietly raised her hand and explained the solution step by step, not only solving the problem but offering an alternative method that left the teacher speechless. Then Lily added another approach, even faster, even cleaner. The classroom fell silent. The same children who mocked them stared in disbelief. Mrs. Coleman felt her cheeks burn, not with pride, but with shame. She realized she had underestimated them, had boxed them into a story she never bothered to question. From that day on, everything changed. The twins were moved to the front. Teachers from other classes came to observe them. Students who once laughed now asked for help. Yet Lily and Lucy never boasted, never reminded anyone of the cruelty they endured. They simply helped, patiently, kindly, as if intelligence to them was not a weapon but a gift meant to be shared. When Daniel was called into school, he feared the worst, thinking perhaps there was trouble. Instead, he was shown their work, advanced equations, logic puzzles, handwritten theories well beyond their age. He stood there, overwhelmed, tears blurring his vision as he realized the quiet girls he tucked into bed every night were extraordinary. But what shocked him even more was what the principal said next: they're not just smart. They're rare. Scholarships were discussed. Mentors offered. Opportunities Daniel never dreamed of were suddenly real. News spread through the school, then the district. The same parents who once complained about those poor twins now praised their discipline. The same kids who mocked them now defended them. One afternoon, during a class presentation, Lily stood up and said something that silenced the room more than any equation ever could. She said, "People thought we were nothing because we had nothing. But my dad taught us that what's in your head and heart matters more than what's on your feet. Daniel, watching from the back, couldn't hold back tears. He realized that while the world would remember the twins as geniuses, he would remember them as the little girls who taught him hope. This story is not just about intelligence, it's about how kindness, belief, and quiet strength can change destinies. If this story moved you, inspired you, or reminded you never to judge someone by their appearance, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more powerful stories that reveal the hidden strength in ordinary lives, because the next story might change the way you see the world.